So, as part of this record attempt, I have my next guest seated in the studio. You introduce yourself.
Really, you want me to do it?
Yes, you have to. Yes. So, can you please raise the microphone a little bit for me, and then you speak to the microphone. Okay. So you introduce yourself.
So the name is DSP Samuel Kofi Opoku from the Ghana Prisons PR Unit headquarters.
DSP Samuel Kofi Opoku. Okay, from Ghana Prisons.
Ghana Prisons headquarters, public relations unit.
Okay, Ghana Prisons. What do you do? Or you are always taking prisoners, and soon as they are sentenced, your interest is to take them to our prisons. And what do you do? What is the mandate of the Ghana Prison Service?
It's good you do a little bit of the work that the Ghana Prison Service is mandated by the Constitution to do, but we are mandated to ensure effective safe custody.
Okay.
Information.
So effective
safe custody, that's one.
Okay, so you come forward.
Effective safe custody, you have a one.
Okay, effective safe custody. Reformation. Rehabilitation.
And where applicable, reintegration of prison inmates
back into the society.
That is so, where applicable, because we are in a developing country. So the Constitution states very clearly where applicable.
Okay.
Reintegration. So you know, found that really common with the Ghana Prison Service in Ghana.
Okay. You've mentioned about 4 things.
Sure.
Let's pick the first one. That is
effective safe custody.
Okay. So what is the meaning if we say effective safe custody? What does it mean?
Okay, so when an individual's action is in conflict with the laws of Ghana. You understand? So let's say you come in conflict, your action comes in conflict with the laws of Ghana. You've been sent to the court, you've been found guilty by your actions, and you sentenced to prison. We'll receive you per the warrant that follows you.
Okay.
We have to ensure, let's say I'm here, you are keeping me here, you're ensuring what? Safe custody. I have to be safe. Whilst I'm here, if I'm supposed to spend 20 or 10 years, I'm supposed to be within the walls, the confines. You take care of me. If I'm sick, you're supposed to give me medication. You're accommodating me, give me burden. If I'm supposed to go to court, let's say I'm a remand prisoner or I'm a convict on trial, a convict that has another issue at court, anytime that I'm supposed to go to court, you transport me, bring me back. If it's hard labor and I'm going out to go and work, you're supposed to take me along, escort me, transport me, bring me back. So that's an effective safe custody.
At what point from the court are you available at the court, or when someone is sentenced, at what point is the person going to be handed over to you?
Okay, so if you're at the court and you're found guilty and your sentence is smashed on you, so per the jurisdiction of the court, maybe you're coming to someone in prison, so the police or the CID will then bring you with an accompanying warrant that spells your name, the type of offense, the judge that sat on the case when you are starting your sentence, and then a stamp and the judge's signature. Then we receive you with a warrant. If the warrant is not that complete, we have to verify it. So there have been instances that individuals have been brought to the prisons that they've been retained because maybe there was no signature of the judge, there was no stamp.
The judge is supposed to sign
and stamp.
Without the stamp, you'll be
rejected, because we're working with the laws. You can't just bring somebody in there. If you're supposed to come on Friday and you are brought in 2 weeks time, we ask questions. So there have been times that individual convicts have been rejected. So let me go back to the case of our sister Kwapin Polo. People were expecting, was she in some prison? She was supposed to come this day, she wasn't there. But sometimes if you're a woman, a pregnancy test has to be run during COVID. The COVID test, everything, because we don't want to admit you and you collapse, you die, you become our bed. So we do due diligence. When you come, we check your body stats, everything, to see if you are okay. And even the property you are coming with. If you had a gold chain or a gold ring and you tell us that you had a gold ring, but whilst in police custody you can't find it, you ask the CID or the police officer to take you back and come back with all your property, because we have a property book and a locker that we keep all your valuables, your money, we have a cash book, we have everything. So if you tell us that you had 1,000 cedis on you and now it's 200, we ask questions, the police or the CID is supposed to take you back and bring you back with that said amount.
If they go and they don't get that money, what happens?
They will surely get it and come back.
No, like you go.
We have to admit you with everything. If you tell me you had a Gucci bag and you were coming, you can't find it, you have to go back and come with that Gucci bag, because when I'm releasing you or discharging you on your set date, you have to go back home.
What if the person is lying?
So investigation, the policeman will be there. You ask these questions before the police or the CID in the reception room. You don't do it at the blind side of the police. They all confirm append the signature. We now receive you, give you yourself to sleep, give you your beddings. That's your blanket, your feeding pan, and your cap and your attire.
Okay, so police are supposed to bring the person.
That's a first timer.
Prison officers are not in.
We don't go to the court to bring. When you see them at court, they are either sending a remand prisoner.
Okay.
You've been remanded, so your case is still at the court. So you'll be sent by the prison officer.
Okay.
Or you are a convict and you have other cases. Let's say Kwejo Mensah is 10 years for stealing.
Okay.
He has another case with you, has another case with somebody.
Okay.
So he's been given 10 years for his first case.
Okay.
He has other cases too.
Okay.
So he'll be sent to court by the prison officer because he's in our custody. And when you are sick and our infirmaries within the prison cannot hold you and you're supposed to be referred to a higher health facility, the prison officers will take you to the hospital.
What is the first thing you do soon as someone is brought? You've mentioned the person needs to declare some of the things he or she had. If the person is a lady, then you need to do pregnancy tests.
And all that. John covered, we did cover it, but when you are brought, let's say your first time you are in, the reception officers, you strip, we check some body marks, some vital stats, we take everything, your name of your family head, educational background. There's a form. We have all this information, whether you're a Christian, your valuables, what you have on you, the size of your nose, your mouth, a vivid description of you.
The size of your nose?
Yes.
What
you are unique. No, we need all that.
What do you need that for?
We need all that for convict A or B to be unique from this. So we know you, we should really know you.
Okay.
You understand that? Before we take your picture, give you your prison attire, your blanket, your cab, everything. We call one of the cell leaders, the cell that you are going to. Your colleague prisoner will come receive you, escort you.
You'll be given a cab free
by the government. The government rented a room in the prison for you, so he has to take care of you. Your welfare, so your cap, your plates, your blanket, and your nice attire, if that's what you want to wear. But sometimes you just have to wear them.
Is it compulsory for me to be in the prison attire?
You are in the prison. You are not at home. You don't have your freedom that you want to wear Gucci or you want to wear pajamas or whatever. You have to wear it.
What if I have the Gucci and other stuff at home? Can I send for? I bring it and I want to wear them.
You keep them. So the day that you be discharged or something,
I can't wear them.
You can't wear them unless you're a remand prisoner. The remand prisoners who don't really wear the prison uniform, of course, you don't know when you'll be going home. A remand prisoner can go to court tomorrow and he'll be acquitted and discharged.
Wow.
But when you're a convict, you're serving your years that was given to you by the judge in the court. It's 20, it's 30, it's 80. 3 months, you are spending the years there. So you're always in the costume. You go into hospital, you go into the courts, you're in the prison costume. You see those working in town, they're always in the prison costume, yes. Because they are still serving. Okay,
so now you'll be handed over to a cell leader.
A cell leader. We have leaders amongst them.
Okay.
The famous Atayi used to be the national art anchor for where our brothers, the
who appoints those leaders?
The prison authorities, the chief warden and the top officials of that particular prison facility. They look at your behavior, your lifestyle, whether you are changing, how influential you are, how disciplined you are. Because you can't just be a block leader and your colleagues do not respect you. A block leader should say, stop what you are doing, you do it. If you are not saying the truth, before it gets to the officer, you'd have confided in the block leader and then everything will be settled.
Okay.
So there are those who have that little privileges, like sleeping 10 minutes after their colleagues have slept and sometimes coming to the officer to plead on behalf of a colleague who has misbehaved and all that. We have office workers too. We have kitchen staff and all that.
Wow. Okay. Now, safe custody.
Effective safe custody.
What does it mean?
You are in our custody. We should make sure you don't get hurt. You should not escape, because you've committed a crime against the state or a fellow Ghanaian and you've been given a sentence to serve. We have to make sure you don't escape. You have to make sure you enjoy your human rights. You have to make sure you get access to healthcare, feeding, the basic needs.
Okay.
We are keeping you safe so you don't escape from that facility, the four walls of the prison.
How many times is a prisoner supposed to eat in a day?
Like outside, the prisoner is supposed to eat 3 times in a day: breakfast, lunch, supper.
How is the breakfast like?
With the 180 pesos. You've been to some prison, you've been to James Camp prison. I don't know whether you were served or you really wanted to look at the food, but painting a picture for you, as we speak now, we have a population of about 15,008 prisoners in Ghana, 46 facilities.
15,008.
prisoners in Ghana now.
Okay.
14,000 and something are men, 190 something are women.
Okay.
So everybody is spending 1 cedi 80 pesos in Ghana today, Yima.
Oh, officer.
Yes, I'm telling you.
1 cedi 80 pesos is not enough.
Oh, yeah, I tell you. So that's what we used to feed them. For every prisoner, no matter how
in the morning, 1 cedi 80 pesos.
No, in the morning. So let's say divided by 3.
Oh, hold on, no. Every day,
that's cut out for you. A day.
Each prisoner
is supposed to spend 1 cedi 80 pesos. Everybody knows in Ghana.
Like, so what do you buy for them?
So people like you, other faith-based organizations, individuals, NGOs do come in to donate to them, as in food, clothing, toiletries and all that. And we also, we are heavily into agriculture.
Okay.
We support them with rice farming, maize, cassava and all that. So that complement together with the donations that come in.
1 cedi 80 pesos.
80 pesos. Whether you are in Sanwem, you are in James Camp, you are in Kumasi, Sekendi, Koforidua, 1 cedi 80 pesos.
How is their menu like?
Okay, so they have rice balls, they have gariba with palm nuts.
In the morning,
in the morning is cocoa.
Every day?
It shouldn't be every day, but you see, 1 cedi 80 pesos. Today you have rice water. You can't have Tom Brown because how expensive is the Tom Brown? How are you going to get the beans, the granule to blend to get a Tom Brown healthy for you to eat? So coupled with the agri that we venture into, so we always have like maize to support, so the cocoa becomes more. So and when you donate rice, let's say someone has 8,000 prisoners, you donate rice.
Okay.
Let's say 50 bags. You can't give them rice water in the morning, give them jollof rice or fried rice in the afternoon. It gets finished.
Okay.
So we do with what we have. So the beans, the gari that comes in, we try to manage to get them satisfied. And mind you, people have loved ones and families at home that they always come and visit them with food.
Okay, so in the morning, it's likely the menu can change.
Yeah, it changes.
Have cocoa, rice water.
Cocoa, rice water, Tom Brown.
Tom Brown.
Locally made Tom Brown.
Okay.
So Tom
in
Brown.
the afternoon, what is that?
Afternoon, you can have beans.
Gobe.
As in beans, gobe comes with a fried plantain. So this is beans because you can't get a plantain to fry for that number. We are not talking about the senior correctional center in Columbus. We are talking about adult prisoners and the quota that is being used to feed them. So they have the beans, they have the rice with abenquine, rice with granule soup, rice with contour.
Beans. Okay, so beans with what?
Beans with gari.
Beans with just gari.
Yeah, I can't tell you with cocoa because it will not always be the cocoa from Monday to Sunday.
Okay, so
if there is cocoa available, why not?
Okay, so beans with gari with the palm oil.
With the palm oil.
That's all.
That's all. You have it.
Okay, and then sometimes in the afternoon.
And sometimes you can have rice, granule soup, rice, palm nut soup, rice, contomere, gariba with soup.
In the evening.
In the evening, it can be rice. It can be omutu. It can be rice balls.
It can be
the stock that.
I've heard of the famous Zontoli.
Zontoli is just a collective name like for the food they eat. Okay. Zontoli. There are some people who know it. Those who visit the prisons. Zontoli. That's how they've tagged the quality of the food. Zontoli.
It means that the quality is down.
I'm not a nutritionist, but we are doing our best to give them what they deserve or what they have to eat. Because once the 80 pesos and they agree that we do, and the donations that come, we can't perform magic to feed you more than what.
Officer, why are you treating our prisoners like that?
We are treating them very good because these same prisoners will tell you that there are some officers who dish out money from their own pockets to even help them. You understand?
No, but if you the way you are treating prisoners, because safe custody means that what he or she is going to eat, at least give them better meal.
That is why we give them, because that's what we have. You can't take one prisoner to Kempiski, or you can't take one prisoner outside and get any food from outside. So you cook for the number, you feed everybody. Everybody has a feeding pan. You feed everybody.
Okay.
And that doesn't stop them from telling.
Okay, so I think your microphone, let get close a little, and then you check this camera also for us.
Okay.
Let it be in position for me right now. Okay, so thank you. So that is what you have.
That is what we have. That is what we give them.
That's
when
your
we have
money.
Donations. The people are there to witness. They feed them, whether it's rice, it's drinks, biscuits. They feed them.
Okay. Does your money come regularly? Does it come regularly? The money, what government?
The quota, what government gives.
Yes.
We deal with contractors, so the government pays the contractors. Those who supply the gari, the beans. We have rice. We also have the gari. So contractors do the supply. They're paid by government. So the government is doing well. But the work of reformation is not solely the government responsibility. That's why you have the churches, the NGOs, individuals coming in during this Easter. You might see on TV, read in the newspapers, some churches going to have, some Easter holidays with the inmates, give them food, preach the word of God to them, also contribute their quota into transforming them.
Is it possible an inmate can have his or her own gas cooker, have ingredients and other stuff to cook?
It is very possible. There are so many.
Do you accept those things?
Yes. It can be a gas cooker, it can be a coal pot. Sometimes you go to the kitchen space, you see some inmates among their colleagues who cook food and sell to them.
They sell food in the prisons.
Yeah, you cook the food and you sell to your fellow 1 CD, 2 CD. You understand?
Is it allowed?
Because we have kitchen boys.
Is it allowed?
You can get rice from outside. You can cook it, you go to the kitchen, because you can't have your gas in that cell. The number in the cell will not permit you.
Okay.
So there are coal pots, there are cooking areas in the kitchen. That if you have your raw food, you go to the kitchen master. There are some inmates.
They cook and sell food.
Who also work at the kitchen.
Okay.
So if he cooks it, it's this is 2 CD, everything, you can afford it. The officers there who are in charge, you buy. If you have your raw food that's been brought to you and has been inspected, you can cook it at the kitchen and serve yourself.
Okay. And
your family, 2 loved ones at home can come and visit you with cooked food.
Okay.
It will be inspected. If everything is cool, it will be handed over to you. Then you eat.
How do you inspect food, cook food?
Okay, so the officers on duty, let's say soup, you have a ladle, a spoon. We know how we do it, because we know whatever contraband out might be hidden in them. And there's been instances in Kumasi and other places that they've seen SIM cards in egg, which I'm sure if somebody has brought to you, never have the idea. And we've seen rice balls, kinky and banku, with tramor, with weed, with cigarettes and all that. So we know how to just go.
So if it's soup, you know where.
If it's so, we know where. If it's a bag, if it's a shoe, we know where to just cut open and just retrieve it. So we do all that. If you are caught, you'll be handed over to the police. If you are safe, we call your loved one in. You have some few minutes discussion.
So these things are done before your loved one is caught?
Sure, these things are done before your loved one in the prison is called for you to meet that person and have the interaction.
Wow.
Yes.
It means that when you are bringing food to the prisons, you need to be very careful.
When you don't know the person you are bringing the food to and you are being sent, you have to be careful. But if you know the person, you have to be careful, because sometimes
someone can just send you, go and deliver this.
That person knows what you are taking in, but you don't know. You think you are doing a favor for a friend or some family member. So it will be inspected. If it's free of any contraband, we call the loved one. You have that chit chat. You hand over the food, the items, whether water, food, drinks. The person takes it in, and you can leave.
Okay. We sometimes hear a lot of stories.
Sure.
I know no mobile phones at
any prison facility in the world, it's not allowed.
In the world,
even in America, in the UK, in the world. As prisons as they are, I know where you are driving at. They are not allowed. They are midnight and dawn, like searches. You retrieve them, and these phones will get back. You ask yourself, like, who are the culprits?
Is it not your
it's here and there.
Is it not your office?
It's here and there. We are not saints. Where you have people being so professional, you have a Mensa in there. Where you have people coming in as preacher men, coming to visit, they also bring it. And these inmates who are going out to work and come in, do pump them. You've been to the prison, I know you know that term, pumping.
Yeah, pumping.
Whereby 2-3 phones can just get into the, anus of an inmate. He comes in and brings them out, sells it at a higher price because people need them. There are things that we don't allow in.
Are officers allowed to use mobile phones in?
Even to somewhere, when you get to the gate, all officers have their phones at the gate. So when you are going out, you take it. I
saw them. They were searching them.
Thank you. They were searching.
The last time I went there,
they searched them.
Yes.
You drop your phone when you are going out for break or anytime you're going out. You pick your phone. When you are coming, you drop your phone.
But they can hide it.
Yes. So if you, the officer, you the indisciplined officer, when you are caught, there are sanctions. Dismissal. Your salary will be slashed, you'll be reduced in rank and all that. There have been times that people have faced panels and they've been caught.
I don't know whether you have this information about 2 prison officers. It was in the news that Chinese.
I'm aware. I know. I've spoken to it on several platforms.
And what is happening now? Is it true they were given KFC?
So the case is in court. Case in court, we don't talk much about. But the camera revealed that these officers were sitting down at the reception eating KFC. Whether it was given to them by whoever, I don't know. But the camera revealed they were there at the reception eating KFC.
Okay.
After that, they tried to check in on the inmates. They took the away bus. This Chinese national jumped through the lobby and the case is still in court. We're still searching for him. So
still, you've not seen the child.
We're still, mostly when we are on this hunt, we don't really give some information, but he'll definitely be caught. And
you are sure of that?
Oh yeah, because there's been some people go, you think you will not see them, and they've come back, sentences have been added, and they are the prison service. They themselves, anytime you come in contact with any ex-convict, ask him or her, and they will tell you. It's no magic, but they will be found.
Those you bring out to work, do you pay them?
We, the officers, don't pay them, but you, the individual who contracted them, you pay that money, which goes to them. That's a labor fee.
Okay.
And every prisoner, before he or she goes out to work, knows that I'm working for Mr. Ima for a week. So he or she will calculate it, and in his cash book, the amount that he mentions when he counts is like that.
So each prisoner,
we don't pay them. You, the one coming to contract them, you pay the money which goes to them.
Okay.
Sure.
I don't know whether a percentage is allocated to the prison.
Not to the. It's for the individual prisoners.
So if it is 10 cedis,
if it's 10, it goes to that prisoner because he is coming to do the work.
Okay.
So you've come to contract them, they come and do the work for you. You come for them, you bring them. You come for them, you bring them at a set time. The money goes to the individual prisoner doing the work.
Who qualifies to go out to work?
So you have to be of a good behavior. You must have served
going to
at
work
least
to good behavior.
Definitely, we can't bring you out. But it's safe because we can't bring you out if you are not well behaved.
Okay.
You either come and misbehave yourself, try to escape, even still from outside, because we are still under reformation. So those who have good behaviors, those who have been monitored and are proving that they are fit to go and focus on the work they are going to do, and you must have also served more than half of your sentence. You'll be left with, let's say, 2 months to go home.
Oh, so those we see outside have just like
few days
4
to go.
months
Just, that's why they come and work and they come back to the prison yard very happy because you understand, you are trying as a way of a process to reintegrate them. So they are seeing the community small, how Ghana has changed to become like maybe he or she is from Tepa or from Yamasi or somewhere far away, north or Bono, but he's in Accra, seeing the development. So before you have been released or discharged, you know how the city is like.
I'm told some of them come back to the prison facility most of the time. When you take them out to work, when they are coming back, they come back with what I would say foreign materials.
That's a contraband item. That's what I was telling you, that these phones that get into the yard, not only officers, we have people coming to visit, people coming to preach the word of God, and the same inmates. So they go out at the blind side of the officer. Oh, officer, please, I want to ease myself. Every officer carries like 4 boys. You can't leave the 3 boys and just go with him. So you go with the 3 boys, give him a distance. He says he's easing himself. So he's easing himself and you are waiting for him with the other 3 prisoners. You don't know what he or she might be doing. So if it's pumping, he pumps back. When they all return to the yard.
Who is there?
Who is there?
Yes, because officer, you took about 5 people out.
4 boys. So you are seeing him squatting, easing himself.
Yes.
But you can't be watching him and eating. So let's say you know where he is. You can see, but what he's doing, if there are some bushes of grass covering the.
Yes, but I want to know, you are moving the person from a prison facility.
Sure, to a place to
work.
Who is there? Who give that thing to the
Yes, who give that thing?
That's what we don't know. But they are that smart. You just pass and you communicate with you with the eyes, and you understand that contraband finds its way. So anytime they return back to their yard, they don't just go to their various cells.
No, but the one outside, how is he going to know that they are bringing this my friend prisoner?
They don't know. They are not even friends. So they are waiting. You've passed. Maybe the officer, he just gives you a sign, or I don't know. You understand? There's a way they communicate. They are very smart. So when you are left with them for a minute, what they can do, that's why we always say, if you even have money that you want to give to these prisoners, alert the officers, give it to the officers and say, I want to give it to Kwejo, I want to give it to Kofi to buy water. Because if you give him direct and he's caught with weed or tramadol, he will say it was the man who was talking to me who gave it to me. You might not be there to answer any questions. Maybe you give him 10 cedi or maybe you give him 20 cedi, but he's found his way to get tramadol or weed. He will say you give it to him. He'll be punished though, but you are not there to say whether you give him money or you give him weed. That's why we always advise that if you see them and you have something to give to them, don't put it straight into their hands. Alert the officer, give it to the officer and say you want to give it to this so and so person. Then you are safe.
I have seen one prison officer with about 4.
Yeah, they always carry 4. Nobody takes more than 4. 4, 3, 4, 3.
And these prisoners were holding machetes.
I'm sure they were going to read somewhere.
And this prison officer is not armed. I was scared for this prison officer.
No, but this same prison officer will go with them. Let me take you back. Let me tell you a story in Koforidua about a decade ago. They went to the farmland to read. The officer collapsed. So two prisoners took him straight to the hospital, and then one came to the gate to report the case.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it happens. You might take 3 out somewhere in Ankafo. one guy is a lunatic prisoner. He has this mental issue. He went out and then he left the officer. The officer didn't see him again. He went somewhere to pound fufu. Around 6-7, he told them he has to go back, so they should take him. He came to knock. They opened him. There's no magic. That's how it is. He knows he has few months or something to go home. He will not come and destroy that for a decade or something to be added to his sentence.
So I was very scared, and when I see them,
you get scared for them walking. The officer is not armed.
Yes, and sometimes the officer can leave them, and they will be walking.
You'll be monitoring them. They'll be walking, feeling free, doing their work. After that, they come to the officer. They return to their yard.
Why? Before you take them out, do you take them through some form of orientation?
Yes. Even before you are discharged, it's more psychological. The work is no more physical, like have to handle a gun. You know, most of these inmates, prisoners are very even good with a weapon, those into robbery and all that. So it's more of the psyche. You understand? You touch the psyche of the person, and so you talk to them to know that yes, you have the chance to run away, but how will you benefit if you should escape? You have 2 months going to see your wife, your kids, and you decide to run away. You'll be sent back to court. 12 years, 20 years. You understand? So you try to psych them, and you genuinely get those who really go out and work and will come, even if the bus, even if they will run and follow the bus and come. Because it's like the prison is a reflection of society. So the same way you have bad people who have been through things and they are not transformed, the same way you have people coming to the prisons and they are being given free education, they still wouldn't sit in the classroom. They are being taken through trade like tailoring and all that, and they just wouldn't make themselves available to learn all this. They would rather sit back and just waste their lives like that. So
in a room where cells, how many people do you have in one cell? How big is the cell? Looking at this studio, how big?
Okay, let's say 2 cells will make this studio.
2 cells?
Yeah, 2 cells will make this studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 cells.
So these cells come divided into 2, making 2 cells.
How many people in each cell?
Okay, so when you get in, you have the bunk beds. Ideally, the bunk beds should be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 people. But crime is not stopped. As we speak, somebody is committing crime somewhere, and you are sent to court. And you are sent to court, and the judge says you have to be brought to prison. We can't say, "Oh, could you go or I'm not go because the prison is full." We have to admit you. So ideally, a cell should take like 10, but a cell will end up taking 25, 30, and 40. That's why you see the sleeping arrangement. People tell Masadi, because we really have to admit you. You understand? People are doing their best. Talk to people to stop crime. Fridays are called a market day. People are just coming in like that, defilement, rape and robbery and all that. Like
every Friday.
Yeah, Fridays, people have cases at court, but the Friday has the highest number, like when you really want to look at the records. You understand? So somebody be remanded, you go Monday or Wednesday, come on Friday you go, you are giving your sentence just like that, and you come. Even during COVID, we can't say, "Oh, it's COVID, so please go." We'll admit you, but you have to do the test. You have to be sure of your status, so you don't come there and cause issues.
So that small room
we call it,
has a lot of people in there.
Has a lot of people in there.
What time do they wake up?
5 a.m. The siren goes 5 a.m. You have to wake up. 5 p.m. you have to go inside. Whether you sleep, whether you're going to pray, whether you're going to cry, 5 a.m. you should be out of the cell. 5 p.m. you should be inside the cell. So from 5 p.m. to 8 or 9, 10 before they sleep, it's their own subculture. If you're a newcomer, the cell father, whoever, they have their own leadership position inside within every cell. Every cell has a cell father, every cell has a cell IGP, and I think cell father, cell IGP, and cell policeman. So the policeman will call you, Shen, will bring you to the judge. Why did you defile? Why are you doing this? We are here, the place is congested, and you are still misbehaving. Why do you do that? Then you understand, they will take you through their own rituals.
And they can sentence you.
Oh, among themselves, they are subculture. So you tell you, why do you do this? So for this 1 week, you are cleaning the room, so you'll be in charge of cleaning. You understand? Or maybe every room has this washroom that all of them use. So imagine the cell father is using the washroom. You finish, cell police who come, cell IGP. You're a newcomer, can you use it? So there, you learn to train your stomach. Yes, even if you have running stomach, the prisoner will show how to train your stomach. You keep it for, you understand, hours, and you'll be okay. When you are really in a tight corner, you become so creative. So the picture doesn't look good to you. But you've been to Inside, I know you've been to James Camp, but you know how the place looks like.
Yeah.
There's Ankafo, the other place. Ankafo is like state of the art where Atai is. A very nice place, spacious, like the turf and all that.
So, in the morning, 5 a.m., right?
A regular day morning, 5 a.m. You're out, you come outside.
You count.
You count them every cell. You count
every morning,
and that's when you hear the number done. Among themselves, they count. They bring the number to the officer. They check the whole number for that facility. Let's say it's Kofodia local prison. The population is 2,500.
Okay.
You make sure you get all the 2,500 before all of them move. So those going to school with them go to school. Those going to the tailoring shop. Those going to the kitchen to work, and the office boys, they all report to their various places of duty.
Okay. So before they sleep, there is a count.
There's a count, and when they wake up in the morning,
in the morning there is a count.
So you get a total number. Then every normal work can go on. If you don't get the number, you still keep counting and searching. There are times you see people sneaking, hiding somewhere just to create some situations. But if you don't get the number, your colleagues are not coming out. And so among themselves, they become so angry, start looking for when they see you. They'll beat you even before they.
Okay, so in a cell, for instance, if there is
about, a cell.
We have 40, and there was a count, and then we had a 40. The next day we are counting and we are getting 38 or 39.
You have to get the 40.
But the person will come. The person is around.
The person is around for you. The person is under the bed hiding somewhere. Somebody's just to delay you. You understand? So among themselves, they try.
Is the counting done inside or outside?
The counting is done inside every cell before they all open and come out. In a queue form. The counting is done. The gate is open for them to enter the main yard. So it's done in the cell first. Maybe this cell has 20. My 20 is up. The next cell, my 30. My 40 is up. Before you open the cells, you lock the cell. Now they should come into the yard. Let's say remand prison. Then you count. You have the whole number there for remands. You are okay for convict. Then it's done.
What if they are not feeling well? I see them at the hospital always. Yes. Don't you have prison hospital? I see them coming to.
We have infirmaries
within every
prison facility. But if the case is critical, you have to be referred to a higher health facility. You go accompanied by an officer. If you are supposed to be detained there, the doctors will send a report. So officers will be detailed there for the number of days you spend. Let's say you are spending 3 days
in handcuff.
In handcuff, definitely. You are not a free person.
No.
You are in handcuffs.
You are treating me and I'm in handcuff.
Oh, definitely. The handcuff doesn't stop anything. So you are in bed, your left or maybe your leg is handcuffed. Because we can't just leave you there. You can escape.
Wait for me at the entrance.
And they're never done. They will escape through the washroom. They will tell you they are going. So even if you are talking to the doctor says, no, doctor, you do your work. The officer is just right behind him. Say whatever you say. So you are in handcuffs. Somebody comes to change that officer. People run shift. So the one coming for night will also come. He goes. Another day somebody will come. So the day you be discharged, whoever is there will bring you to the yard. And when they are counting, we have a place for like hospital detainees. They are all there. So the number.
Okay, so we know you are in this cell. You are about 40. And you are not well.
So they need to. A column on the board will be placed. On hospital. Yes. You understand? Hospital detainee will be put. It will be there. Even if you are in the infirmary, you are no more sleeping in your cell, but you are sleeping at the infirmary. Maybe you are being monitored by the nurses. It will be stated. So the number, they do the tally, and everything is up.
Okay. What if any of them, the next morning, someone passes away? What do you do?
Okay, so inform your family
to come.
Sure, your family has to be informed.
Are you going to hand over the body to the family?
No, so we call the family, we talk to the family. The state has to bury you. If your family too wants the body, there's a procedure. You understand?
They pay. Is it free?
Oh, it's free. We don't pay for the corpse. It's free. If the family doesn't come, because some of them will not even give you accurate information on their families and all that. They don't
so you are unable to contact them.
So there's a period when that period elapses, then the state buries you. But when your family come, they want the body, we give them the needed information, the document they have to sign, they sign, we hand over the body to the family, they go and bury you in peace. We show them the hospital that you are, they follow, do everything.
And okay, so if someone dies in the prison, how long does it take for you to do all these investigations to get the family?
So we have the details. We have.
Do you have a mortuary in the prison?
We don't have a mortuary. It's just the infirmaries that we have. Okay. So you'll be sent to a higher facility. Let's say in Kumasi, you'll be sent to Komfanoche, Accra Police Hospital 37 or Kolebu. Then we call your family. They come. They identify.
Are you going to still monitor the body?
Oh, we have to make sure the body is there because you were in our safe custody still continues until you are normal human.
But this time around, not in handcuffs.
Not in handcuffs. Oh, we can't do that to you. So we call the family. They identify. Oh yes, what happened? We give them the medical report and all that. They go through. The funeral time is done. They inform the facility that you were in and all that. But not in handcuffs when you die. Not in handcuffs.
Oh, okay. Wow. And there has been instances here in Ghana. Okay, before I go there, how is Atai doing?
Atai is doing good. He plays his football, I think, Wednesdays. Those who've been to Ankafo, that's the maximum prison. We have inmates there, like prisoners there serving 120, 2,000 years and all that. Atai is there.
2,000 years?
Yes, maybe you have 4 or 5 cases. And the judge wouldn't tell you for life. So the cases have accumulated, maybe 4, 5, 6 cases.
So when is Atai?
High sentences.
From your records, when is he coming back?
Atai, I've lost count, but Atai is doing life.
Yeah,
Atai is doing live, and recently the live center was tried. So It's for those who will now be sentenced to life, you know, do the life. So you go to the 25 years road before you become, you understand? Because when you're condemned, you come 25 life. So you spend like roughly.
What if the judge says you should be killed, you should be hanged? Are they still going to
not hand that? Because we still had some inmates that were supposed to be executed or even had firing squad. But aside the late president, John Rawlings 92, no president has signed that and all that. So we still have them in our custody. So until you are still there serving.
But you still have those facilities in there.
We still have those facilities where we do the execution, where the firing squad, the condemned block is still in some. You saw the condemned. You don't see them unless you enter there to see them. You know.
Do they come out?
Yes, when they are assessing the infirmaries, you know, they come out to the.
That is the only time
the clinics they come out there.
Apart from that, they don't come out.
No, you're a condemned prisoner, so they tell you are condemned to that facility, so you don't have that access. But if you are ill and it's critical, the doctor cannot come in there. You have to be brought there. You be escorted there and escorted back. You don't have that laxity like your other colleagues who be playing the footballs, who be going to the class to learn, who be going this to do all that. People come inside, they want to talk to you, pray for you. They come to the condemned block, and you are inside and you are seeing them outside. If you have been given your food, you know they are high risk prisoners too, so your food is placed down and pushed to you.
Really?
Yeah, that's a condemned block. You've seen it in Salon before.
Yeah.
Very isolated place. Yeah, that's a condemned block.
I was at James Camp Prison.
Yes, Roman.
And I realized that Ghana Prison Service, you are doing an amazing thing there. You have sachet and bottle.
Yeah, we do campus water, bottle and sachet. We have fish farming, the tilapia people coming to buy. We have livestock. We have the best corridors blocks. People buy them at cheaper price and all that. We do a lot. But Ghanaians are not interested in that. They want the bad stories so that they trend. Chinese man escapes, gives officer escapes. They want the headlines, you know, those that will trend. The broadcast journalists and these journalists supposed to tell the good story are more interested in the bad stories.
But do people buy your water? Because
people really buy it.
Are they
when
not?
At James Camp in the morning, you see other security personnel, other individuals.
Yeah.
When you go to some place in Osula, Boni Cantonment, Labadi, Teshin, around surrounding communities, they buy them. When you go to GIG after, for example, that's the only water you see. More shops and supermarkets, you see the bottle, you see the sachet.
I've been to your factory. Very neat. Very neat.
Campus, sure.
And your fish farm.
Fish farm in there, you know, they have the vegetable farm, the shoe shop, the tailoring shop. They do a lot. The carpentry shop. When
someone is done with sentence, what happens?
So when you are done with your sentence, some few weeks you'll be called. You'll be given an orientation, you'll be cited because you are coming back to the society. We'll try to talk to you. If there's any NGO available interested in working with you because they've monitored you or you learned a trade, they come, we give them the chance to talk to you. So we talk to you when you're discharged. We have the GPRTU approved first in every prison facility. You have what? The GPRTU, Ghana Private Road Transport Union, approved transportation fares.
So everybody
will be given to you.
Everybody is entitled to a fare.
Everybody, a lorry fare, it will be given to you.
How much is that?
So they approve it. Let's say you were arrested in Medina and now you're in Kumasi. From Kumasi to Medina, they check it, they give it to you. Whether you come with Uber, you come with bus, we've given you the approved fare. Because ideally you should come with a GPRT.
At least money for bread so that I can buy bread and
definitely, but you give it to someone. The next minute you get to someone, you see the person there. Oh, master, now I live here. I have a friend here. So you see recycling. The person lives in Kumasi. He's discharged from Insawam. He doesn't go back. He's still within Insawam. He's arrested again. He comes. That's a recidivism, like going and coming in and out of the prison facility. Because they go back home, the family do not accept them. Sometimes their family didn't even know they were in prison. Maybe they were in Dubai, they don't tell the truth. So they are not even able to go back home to settle. So they try to live around, try to find a living.
But you don't have that kind of arrangement that soon as you are discharged, will escort you home or something. That
no, even the cars that we really need to take you always to the hospitals and the courts, you know, we have issue with logistics and all that. So how can we take you home? So we give you the GPRTU approved first. I stress on that because it's not Pro Tour, it's not a private Uber, it's the GPRTU. You see it in every prison facility.
If it is the
reception. GPRTU approved. So if VIP is giving, like, let's say 120 from Kumasi to Medina, and GPRTU is 100, we'll give you that 100. You see it, you witness it, you sign everything, you take your properties that you brought. We waive you. That's all. We wish you well. If you come back, why not? We'll admit you again, but ours is to wish you well and talk to you to be a productive person, because that's what we've tried to reform you to, but you know. Majority
Wow.
depends on the agents, like the churches, the families, and all that, to also support, because reintegration is not an easy.
Is government really supporting Ghana Prison Service?
Government is supporting per what it has and the resources it can give to us.
Okay.
But the unions also lies on we, the officers, you understand, to work with the little that we have. So we always rely on like corporate bodies, benevolent individuals, NGOs, faith-based organizations. You see them in and out, trying to teach them some trade, paying for the school fees for some. Recently, some 4 inmates are having their degree programs. There's been a lot like
degree
40,
programs.
Yeah, we UCC long distance. When you go there, you know that they have this nice. Yeah. Some are now doing
so they
masters.
do distance learning.
They do distance. We use UCC.
You have internet facilities for them.
Yes, they do. They have the lectures. Some inmates who are lecturers or who are trained teachers who are there are helping. Officers who are qualified graduates are also helping. And UCC sends supervisors in and out. So they had. Some had diplomas to be graduating this year. Some too are continuing with their various degree programs and all that. Others too have taken their.
So who takes care of that? If you want to do it, you need.
Okay, so Plan Volta was an NGO that supported those to do the diploma program. So if you come, I have this money, I want to help this particular inmate to have this degree. You are supporting the person. When you stop supporting, it becomes something. So mostly it's individuals and some organizations who are seen there through their school. But for the BEC, the MVT and the WASI, that one is government. Government takes all the registration fees and all that. Same as the boys at the Senior Correctional Center.
Yeah, I think when I went there, I realized they go through NVTI and all.
Yes, so you write a part 1, part 2, which if you are serious and you enroll, when you come out, you are discharged, you can have a better life.
Okay.
The government does the registration for them. But with the tertiary, it has to be some individuals or some organization coming in to support.
Okay. And it's going well.
It's going well. It's going well.
You are doing so well. But what happens to, because some of your officers too are not happy.
The men, some are not happy.
Yes, some are not happy.
Oliver Twist asks for more. They are not happy because they want buses to sit inside to come to work.
Exactly.
They want pickups to sit inside and escort the prison.
Because sometimes they see some of the things that government is doing for other
securities.
Yes, like
I get it. I get it. Sure.
Motorbikes and other stuff.
And they will get it. Our work is more of like teachers' work. They say your blessing is in heaven. You are doing a lot. There are instances that you take out money from your own pocket and do something for a prisoner. Nobody gives you that money back. So we pray. Those who visit the prisons and they know, they also in their own small ways do stuff to help.
Even the officers.
They help. Myself, together with South Organism was busy 2021. We've done a couple of donations and we are still doing it. Now I think from next month to December, I'll be looking at the female prisons. We have 7 out of the 46, 7 are female prisons here for the field. So we want to look at those who be discharged from April to December, support them with some capital or maybe some equipment, the business that they want to venture in. So if it's hairdressing, we get you a dryer, we monitor you 2-3 months, we come check up on you, because there are some when you give them the money so this, they'll go and sell them.
Okay.
Yeah, so we monitor you, your place that you be doing the business, we come monitor you and see how you're keeping up. So
okay, so let's look at going out to work. And you said maybe the person needs to
ease himself.
You have, let's say, like three months to go
home. Yeah, there are those who are qualified to come.
Okay, so the money is put together.
The money goes to the various inmates. So in their cash book, he knows that today I'm working for Mr. Emmanuel Ajima. He has come for me today. He has written 10. So he knows 5 days. He has 50 cedis. He comes to check. His 50 cedis is there. If he needs money to give to the family, he can come to you. He takes his money. He signs.
How expensive it is to engage prisoners to work for you?
The labor is quite cheaper compared to the outside rate.
Really?
So you just call on the facility, present yourself wherever the work is. Officers will assess. They give you the time that you come for the inmates, give you the time they're supposed to come to, the time they're supposed to close. So when you compare their labor rates outside, it's quite cheaper. That's why you see cars come to James Camp and other prison facilities to pick them. But they're hardworking too.
You don't talk about this. I don't know.
Oh, those who don't know. No, the hard labor, it's all part. We talk about it. Those who don't know, they come for them, they do all kinds
so
of work.
when you are sentenced to hard labor, these are some of the things you do.
The hard labor, you go fetch firewood. So there are some hard labors that are within and there are some to the outside.
Okay. Yes. So and then I think your blocks too are very cheap.
Yeah, the corridor is very cheap compared to those outside. We make it cheaper because the inmates are doing them themselves. You understand, everything is available to them and all that. So if you want to price it like the ones outside, you are not going to get. So if you want to break through the market, you have to let the prices be very competitive.
Okay, and people can engage them.
People can engage them. Yeah. If you have some work, your swimming pool, house cleaning, weeding, your farm, whatever, you call on the facility. You go there, the officers who assess, give you the inmates, the money you pay goes to them, the labor is there. So
you don't take the 80%.
The service, it's not the officers come to, the service has not got a percentage.
Wow, then
it's labor fee, so it goes to the inmates.
Wow.
So the ones you see the collaboration with Zoomline, the clean gun, every time you see them outside, they have a token that they take every day, so they keep it. It's given to them, goes to their cash books. They know.
This prisoner, Johnson Combian, is he still around?
Johnson Combian is still around.
Okay. Is someone prisoner?
Combian is around. Yes. Combian is around.
Yeah. Because we know of Combian, we know Atai.
You know Atai, yes. These popular ones, they are all still around. Ramsey and Co. Ramsey, yes. Ramsey's gone, yes, but popular people who visited and came out.
And there is this story which I think I've forgotten how many years now, with which has to do with the late Exopa. And
Exopa, he was in San when he died. I think whilst playing football with colleagues. Oh, you know, he used to play football with colleagues like Atai.
Okay.
He was so active and all that, and it was rather unfortunate. During the football activity, he just collapsed and all that. So.
Don't you think it's about time for Ghana Prison Service to have your own hospital, just like we have Police Hospital 37?
But you know, the service didn't come to being by some group of officers, so definitely it's a government affair.
Are you not
Ministry
pushing?
Of Interior. Oh, we've pushed. Okay. From where I sit, we've pushed to the extent that what is left is just for the government to consider it, the powers that be. You know, their lands.
Yeah.
Their lands in Ghana. So from our part, we've done all the necessary.
Even as in someone, you have a very big land,
which we can have. Even if not that, we can even have 3. Just one up north, somewhere central, then
so that at least inmates can
access. Sure.
Yeah. Okay, very soon I'm going to have my next guest joining me, and you're still on is the Guinness World Record longest interview marathon, and I have the big man from the Ghana Prison Service, and today we are having a very nice conversation. So, moving a prisoner from the prison facility to the court. When you take the prisoner to the court and the prisoner is set free, you leave him just there and come back to the office. What happens?
No, we can't leave you there. It's a process. You came with a warrant, so we should take a document from the court that says that you've been set free. We bring you back to the court. You sign the necessary document. You pack your stuffs. You come to the office, check your property book, see that everything is clear before you are fully discharged.
Okay.
So the judge will say you are acquitted and discharged, but it doesn't end there. You have to visit.
So you come back.
You visit your place. Tell your cellmates.
Let me go home, man.
No, it's not that. You can't just go free like that.
So you come back to the prison.
You come back to the prison. You sleep the next day.
Is it necessary? Is it compulsory for me to sleep?
It is compulsory. You have to come. You have to sleep. We can't just leave you there to go. You can't come back and just.
No, but why can't I thought I can come back, sign and go.
No. If it's a morning, you're able to meet the requirement there. You sign. Then when you come, get your stuff and go. But this one, you have to come back, check your stuff, go through the rights.
I doubt if they can sleep till the next day.
Like you know that feeling.
Yeah.
So you come and your people will share. In the same way, if you go and you are, let's say you're a remand prisoner and like you're supposed to be sent to the condemned block, you come and the feeling is that side, everybody. So you don't just leave the officers and go home straight. You'll be brought back to the prison facility in which you were serving. Come go through the right process to be discharged. Because same process we use in admitting, you have to pass through the same process to be discharged.
Okay. So you need to come back. Okay, I don't know if you have something you want to say.
I'll just say happy Easter Friday to all prison officers across. I know they are doing a good job.
Yeah.
Easter holidays like this, some are resting, some have days off, but they are still going to work because we're handling human beings, our brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
We are there. We pray for them.
And you are also here.
And I'm also here. Definitely, I'm here for you, man, because I'm supporting what you are doing. Ideally, I would have been at home. So to the Director General, Mr. Isaac Ofidri. Deputy Director General of Operations, Mr. Dr. Francis Omane, Deputy Director General in charge of Finance Admin, Madam Patience Bafuboni Esquire, members of the directory, they're all doing a good job. And I know little by little we'll get to where we always want to be.
Yeah, sure.
So I just want to encourage them this Easter to continue doing the good work. The good work that we are doing, we should continue doing it. Those who see will spread the good news. Those who don't see will take time to see, and then the safe custody will become very effective.
Yeah.
And Ghana as a developing country, our prisons will now produce ex-convicts who become productive to the society.
Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you too.
I have my next guest coming up.